how's it going? We are here to talk about the movie The Old Guard. So we are back reviewing movies for you all. Taking a break from BookTube, which we've been doing for the past few weeks. But before we dive into the Netflix action flick, The Old Guard, I just want to say a big thank you for helping us reach 500 subscribers. Yay! So, actually, I forgot to mention in our last video that last June 30, we hit our 500 subscriber mark. So, thank you so much. Thank you for all of you who have been supporting us. And we just want to let you know that we are actually on the road to try to hit 1,000 subscribers. So, our next goal is 600. So, do help us reach that mark. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. Please click on the bell so that you would know whenever we have new videos out. And if your family and friends are not subscribed yet and you think that they would like the content that we are putting out, ask them to like the page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We also do giveaways, so yeah, that's a little incentive for you guys. We actually have an ongoing book giveaway right now, so make sure to check that out on the Team Picheng page. It's a Brain of Fire, My Month of Madness. Alright, so now let us dive into The Old Guard. So actually the movie is based off the comic books by Greg Rucka, and actually stars Charlize Theron as this immortal warrior, Andy, or Andromeda. But her nickname is Andy. She goes as Andy in modern times. So she's an ancient warrior who has been fighting for millennia. She has a sort of band of brothers of immortal warriors along with her that she has basically acquired along the way or along their journey. So there are many things that I liked about the movie, but honestly I just want to go back a bit because when I first saw the trailer I really wasn't impressed. The premise or the idea of immortal soldiers missing something new. We have, of course, Logan or Wolverine from the X-Men. We have the folks from Highlander. So yeah, but then Netflix gave us advanced screeners for the movie. So thank you Netflix for that. But the movie is actually still coming out on Friday, July 10. So make sure to mark that on your calendar. But we've already been able to see it. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, there are a number of things that I liked about the movie. So first off is the characters. So what impressed me about this film is that the characters are so well written, they're complex, and they're actually dealing with their own conflicts. So the folks alongside Charlize Theron, they're not just background, they're not just statues, or just to make like a number of just to complete the number of like a group. They each have their own personality, they have their own conflicts, their own problems, and that's what one of the things that really that was really attractive to me about the movie. Okay, so let's just talk about the guys. We have Joe and Nick, who are actually lovers. So another thing that I loved about the movie is its inclusivity, and that it actually worked. All right, so between Joe and Nikki, there is this very beautiful scene wherein in the midst of danger, Joe professes his love for Nikki, and it's just so beautiful that I actually shed a tear. And I actually thought during that scene that if you're an immortal, you have your whole life literally ahead of you, and you've been living for years and years. You just really wouldn't care about what other people think, but you just love the person that you love, whoever that might be. And it's actually very beautiful, and to find something like that in an action movie was actually a good palate cleanser. And so there we have Nick and Joe, and we have Booker, who is actually not so fond of the immortal life. He is dealing with his own grief. Of course, his family is no longer living, and he deals with that by like drinking a lot. So it's like every scene that he's in, he's like drinking some sort of alcoholic beverage. But of course, with these guys, their power is actually being able to heal quickly. So even if Booker like drinks a lot of alcohol, his liver probably heals itself. So he won't die by that drop, definitely. So yeah, that's Charlize Theron and her merry band of immortal soldiers who are basically trying to do good, and so they're like you can hire them. They're like mercenaries for hire, but they do like the good stuff, like rescuing kidnapped children. That's sort of like their job description falls under that umbrella. So things go Ari when their existence or their powers are exposed, and so they have to make a move, or else they would get experimented on, basically. So, but then things become complicated with the arrival of a new immortal soldier in the form of Nile, who is a U.S. Marine. So I was actually impressed by her character because she's cool, she has swagger, and she was able to stand toe to toe with a veteran actress such as Charlize Theron. So that was very impressive, and so there you go. So they have the complex characters. Niall, of course, as like the new immortal in the group, she's dealing with a lot of accepting the fact that she's now immortal, having to say goodbye to her family. So yeah, and so another thing that I liked about the film is, of course, it's an action movie, so there are a lot of like cool action sequences in there. And what I liked about it is that it's just not the typical shooting and boxing and kicking, but because these guys are ancient warriors, so they also like carry ancient swords and with them. And Charlize Theron actually has like this big badass axe, double bladed axe, I think, that she uses, which is like so cool. So the choreography into that, which was incorporated into the fight scenes, was really very interesting. So yeah, and so we have complex characters, great action scenes, and of course, I was really captivated by the myth. So the whole myth of how are they immortals? What happens to them? Do they die? So yeah, so the myth and the world building of these guys is really very interesting. There is actually a story there about Gwen's character. So I don't want to spoil anything, but I just want to say that it's really like one side plot that really like disturbed me, and it's like something that I still think about even after seeing the movie. So watch out for that. So yeah, and I was also really impressed by how the film was able to incorporate darker themes. It's not just an action flick. There's actually more to it. So the film actually discusses themes on love, family, morality, ethics, and it basically asks the question, or deals with the question of what do you do with the gifts that are given to you. So because for Andy, for Charlize Theron's character, she's actually having like this existential crisis. She's lived for so long, she doesn't even remember, or she doesn't even know how old she is. So she's been trying to do good, all of her life, but she doesn't see this good, being coming back, or she doesn't see any result of the good that she's trying to do. So there's actually that question of what do you do with the gifts that are given to you, as I said. So for them, it's like time and immortality. So what do they do with that? Right. So there's that, and a very interesting role also for Chiwetel Ejiofor, who is also in the movie, playing the mysterious Mr. Copley. So yeah, that's it. I really enjoyed the movie. It's about 2 hours long, and it actually ends with a cliffhanger, bit of a cliffhanger. But that's actually the trend now, and I don't mind because this is definitely one movie where I would want to know what happens next. So that is it. If you're looking for a Friday night movie or like a weekend movie, then it has got to be The Old Guard, which drops on Netflix this Friday, July 10th. So make sure you have your food with you, your snacks, and your family with you to like enjoy this film. I'd give it a thumbs up. I definitely recommend it. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much again, Netflix, for giving us some advanced screeners to the movie. And we will be seeing you guys on the next vlog. Don't forget to subscribe, help us reach 600 subscribers, and yeah, tell your friends about us. We're on Facebook, Team P Cheng, and you can also follow me on my social media accounts at ika_cheng. That is for my Instagram and my Twitter. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. We would love to hear from you guys. Like the video, please. Leave a comment. So yeah, that's it. See you all soon, weirdos.